Smokey the Bear is a United States of America cultural icon and it has been around since 1944. So last year in 2024, Vero released its 80th anniversary Smokey the Bear watch. So we're going to review this watch today on Fun with Watches.
It's time for fun with watches with your friend, the Watchdog. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. It's time for fun with watches.
Let's start off the wrist check. I'm wearing this Lume BG8026 on the bracelet. It came on a strap and I changed it to the bracelet. And Grogu's wearing my Lao Ling Longju sub homage. I just unboxed both of these watches, so if you haven't seen the unboxing video yet, be sure to check it out. Grogu is still telling me about the new Life Day ballet he saw called the Nut Tracker. He said after Pelimato runs over the Womp Rat King with a land speeder, the Nut Tracker reveals that he is really a Jawa named Steve, and as a reward for saving him, he takes her to the land of sand. I said, the land of sand? The entire planet is made of sand. He said at least he didn't have to go very far. Alright, let's get the watch out of the box. It comes in a fairly nice box. Officially licensed Smokey Bear wristwatch. And there's a box inside of the box. And we have some Velcro there. And we have comes on a leather strap, but comes with an additional canvas strap. And here is the watch. A very nice looking watch. There's Smokey the Bear at the 12. And we have the green dial version. And we have this little forest symbol. And this is a field watch with 24-hour markers. And it comes on this very nice leather strap. So this is going to be a good watch to review. This is the very first Vero on my channel. I reached out to Vero asking them if they would send me a watch to review. They agreed and asked me if I wanted a tide tracker or a Smokey the Bear. This watch is on loan from Vero and must be returned, so this is not a sponsored video. This watch celebrates the 80th anniversary of the Smokey the Bear campaign, which was last year as the campaign started in 1944. The real-life bear cub they named Smokey wasn't rescued until 1950, so the campaign came first. I'm pretty sure that wasn't mentioned in the comic book. This is a bronze watch. This one pictures bronze buttons and buckles on a ranger's uniform. Bronze will patina over time, giving your watch a little character. If you don't want that character, you need to polish occasionally with a mixture of lemon juice and baking soda. A bronze watch means no bracelet, as bronze can make your skin turn green. This is an automatic watch powered by the ever-reliable NH38 movement, which makes many question the $595 MSRP, as that takes us into Miyota 9000 series territory or even Toledo SW200. The price is now currently $476 on the Vero website. Keep in mind that there is more to the value of a watch than the movement. A portion of the proceeds do go towards funding the nationwide wildfire prevention campaign. This watch comes in two different colorways. I was sent the forest green, and this is the color I would have chosen, as green just seems more Smokey the Bear appropriate. If you don't like green, there's also brilliant blue. Both have the same identical straps. The watch is 38.5 millimeters if you measure at the case, 36.7 millimeters at the bezel. It's 46.7 millimeters lug to lug, and it's only 12.3 millimeters thick, so fairly thin for an automatic. Has a 20 millimeter lug width, but there's no taper to the strap. It's still 20 millimeters at the buckle, and it weighs 82 grams on the supplied leather strap. The bezel is nice. It's matte finish up top and then polished on the bottoms there. So you kind of have an inner bezel and an outer bezel. So that's a nice look. Then we have the dial itself. It's a green dial. It's got a texture to it. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see the texture a little bit better. And then we have the train track minute markers with little dots, and those dots are lumed. And then we have the indice numerals 1 through 11 with, of course, Smokey the Bear at the 12. And then we have the 24-hour numerals inside. And underneath Smokey, it says only you, because only you can prevent forest fires. And no mention of water resistance. and you get 120 meters. There's no date on this watch, and there is no ghost date. This has an NH38 and not an NH35. Then we have a sign screw-down crown, and it pops nicely. Then when you go to screw it back down, it catches right away. You don't feel like you're going to strip it. Then we have the crystal sapphire with AR coating. I think the AR coating's fairly good. I've seen better, but I've seen a lot worse, so it does a pretty good job. You really got to hit the lights overhead to get any major reflection. Let me clean it just a little bit. And then we have the case. The case is bronze, and the lugs slope down just a little bit. It'd be nice if they slope just a little bit more, but still, and it's fairly thin. And we have a matte finish to the bronze. And so happy with the case, and the bronze will patina over time. That's just a feature of bronze. Some people like it, some people don't. If you don't want it to patina, you can clean it regularly with baking soda and lemon juice. Then we have the case back. Now this is an oddity here, because this appears to be a bronze case back. I don't think this is plated steel. Plus I removed the case back and the inside was the same color. So it's obviously solid. So it's bronze. Now, usually a bronze watch will have a steel case back, because this is the part that touches your skin, and bronze can discolor your skin. But as a test, I put this on at 8 in the morning yesterday and wore it till 8 in the morning this morning. And if you look at my wrist here, I don't see any discoloring, so it wasn't reacting to me anyway, or at least not in a 24-hour period. So I don't know if it's just some people are more sensitive to bronze than others. I appear not to be, so it's not going to bother me any. Some people have suggested if you are sensitive to the bronze, to put a little coat of wax on it, and that will help. But it's still odd that they decided to go bronze. Nobody would have complained if it was a steel case back. Plus, steel would have been easier to read this engraving. And as you can see, here's the engraving. If not you, who? Help prevent wildfires. Then it says 24 joules, because this is an NH38. Then it says Vero Watch Company 80th Anniversary Automatic. Then WR 120 meters. And this is probably the official reference number. Underneath the case back is the NH38 automatic movement. This is a 24 joule 3 hertz movement that hand winds hacks, has a bidirectional rotor and about a 41-hour power reserve, and they're usually fairly accurate right off the shelf. And we'll put it on the Timegrapher anyway and take a look at it. Here it is on the Timegrapher, and it looks like we have good news and we have bad news. The good news is it's running spot on. We got a +1 there, we have a 0 there, we have another 0. So yeah, really accurate. But unfortunately though, we got a ton of beat error. That's why you see 2 lines on the screen, 0.6 milliseconds of beat error. So it's too bad about the beat error, because the rate is perfect. I don't think I've ever seen a line from an NH movement so flat before. Amplitude's fine at 285 degrees. I have the lift angle set to 53, which is proper for an NH38. So, like I said, other than the beat error, this is looking great. The strap is genuine leather, and it's really thick, and it's pretty stiff. This is going to take some serious break-in period. We do have quick release, so that's nice. And the buckle matches the hardware, but it's not a very substantial buckle. It'd be nice if the buckle was a hair bigger. Prong's okay, but a little thin. We have two keepers, one fixed, one floating, and it's stitched here at the ends. And right here we have the little forest symbol. But look at the finish here. I really haven't worn it that much considering, but just putting it on and off has really worn off the finish right here. So the buckle does a number to the finish. So personally, you might want to put this on another leather strap, because once again, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world because it's really stiff. But you'll probably want to get a deployment class for it. And remember, there's no taper. You'll need a 20 millimeter. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. That looks nice. That wears nice. It's fairly flat. I only have 3 notches left though on the strap. So this does not get the Joe Haynes seal of approval. I would need at least 4. And this does have quick release, so it's easy enough to put on another strap. Here's the watch on the additional canvas strap. And I do have enough notches left to wear on a big wrist, but since this is really the extra strap and not the main strap, I'm still not going to give it the Joe Haynes seal of approval. And I think it looks a lot better on the leather than it does on this black anyway. Here it is on a Vario double pass strap, and this has a camo, and that looks nice with the camo. Of course, the strap, the hardware doesn't match the bronze, but it still looks good. I think it looks better than that black strap that Vero provided. Now here it is on a dark tan double pass, and I think that looks really nice. Of course, once again, the hardware doesn't match the case on this one either, but it still looks good. I like it on this strap. And here's the watch on a black leather Raleigh strap. This strap is 100% broken in, so this gives you a little bit better idea what it will look like once the strap is broken in. Here we're in the Lume room. This is a field watch with a Forest Ranger theme, so let's hope it has some good lume. As we see up the time, we see that the lume is indeed first rate with plenty of superluminova on the hands and indices. The second hand counterbalance and tip is the weakest thing on the watch and the first to go. The numerals and dot indices are a little bit better than the second hand, but it is the major hands that matter, and the hands are still doing quite nicely. This is indeed very good lume. Good job, Vero. What I like about this watch, it looks and wears nice. It's an important anniversary of a cultural landmark. This bronze case goes well with the theme. It has excellent lume, and it does come on a quick release strap. What are my gripes and groans? The leather strap is super stiff and going to need some serious breaking time. And the buckle's having a field day with the strap finish. And it has a bronze case back, which could irritate or discolor skin. Do I recommend this watch? Sure, this is much more than a throwaway watch with Smokey the Bear on the dial. This is a very well-made quality field watch that celebrates a true cultural icon that supports a very important cause that we all should care about. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Vero SG80 Smokey the Bear 80th anniversary watch, and I'll be back with another review. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If you like this watch, I'll leave a link to Vero. I don't have an affiliate with them, but if you purchase it, be sure to tell them you saw it on Fun with Watches, and maybe they'll send me more watches. And I'd like to thank Vero for loaning me this watch. It's always appreciative when I am loaned a watch, because then I don't have to buy it and sell it. I can just return it and I'm done. And I'd like to thank my Members Choice members. The Members Choice watch is still on the way. I should receive it within the next few days. And as soon as I do, I'll do an unboxing that only members can see. But everybody gets to see the review, but the members get a week-long head start. Bye.